So if you can find it within you, you've got to be able to convince people, and you've got to be able to convince yourself, I guess, first, that serving's a lot more fun than being served. Is that cool? Generation today, that's you. The one thing that we're hearing loud and clear is you want to make a difference in life. You want to make a difference in society. You just don't want a job. You want to make a difference. Well, have that kind of focus. Serve, not be served. Okay? Find the joy in helping others. Find the joy in helping others. Number 5. Chris will tell you this too. School can get you in the door, but it can't close the door, because a lot of people go to school. A lot of people got good grades. You haven't distanced yourself from the pack. Okay? These are the things that distance you from the pack. Attitude. Write that down. Personality. You've got a personality. 3, you've got passion and it oozes. I want to serve. I want to do better. I want to climb. I want to make things happen. And life experiences. And life experiences. Okay? School can open the door, but you need all that other stuff to be able to close the door. You can't even get in the door sometimes if you don't have the schooling. So you have to have it, obviously. But you've heard this before, and you're going to hear it again. When you guys graduate after your senior year, you're going to think you know it all. You don't even know what you don't know yet, and you're about to find out. But that's okay. You know what's happened in 4 years, 5 years, how many years it took you to do this? You have become so good at learning fast, as opposed to someone else that hasn't. It takes them longer to learn. You're in a learning groove. You're in a learning mode. So you grasp onto things so much faster. That's the one thing I find that college does the best, you know? But in terms of actually knowing how to do a job, you're going to find out how to do that job on the job, okay? And I'm going to hire you not because you're skilled and you're a 10 already in that position. I want somebody who's a 7, who can work hard to become that 9 or 10. That's who I want. I think that's what most smart people want. They want people that, here's where the job demands, and here's where you're at in terms of skill level. But you're willing to work real hard to get to that level. Okay? All right, number 6. Personality trumps everything. So I said just a few minutes ago, there's 3 variables. I said body language, I said tone, and I said words. I'm focusing on the tone right now. If you really look at yourself in the mirror, here's what you're going to say. I am me. I am me like this all the time. If they don't like me, it's all right. I'm okay with that. Instead, what I'd love to have you be able to do, and you're going to have to get this education on your own, is to delve into emotional intelligence. Write that down. Emotional intelligence. And what that teaches you is, well, let me ask a question. Is it more important what you say or how you say it? How you say it. All right, watch this. What's your name? What's your name?
Avery.
Avery. Tell me you love me in a non-convincing way. Go.
I love you.
Exactly. I get that a lot. Yeah, ditto. How you say stuff is what people remember. You walk away 2-3 hours later, they don't remember your words. They remember how you said them. You've got to be able to have a personality, but you need to be 4-dimensional, not 1-dimensional. Right now, you're 1-dimensional. You are who you are, and that's a good thing. That's your core. That's who your DNA dictated that. Your environment dictated that. But there's 4 personalities you need to be able to adjust to. Here's an example. You're normally high energy and fun, right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, answer the phone. Thank you for calling my hotel. This is me. And the person on the other phone goes, hi, I'm traveling down Highway 240 at 72.5 miles an hour with 2.3 children in the back seat. Can you tell me, do you have a swimming pool? What do you say?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. It's great. You'll love it.
Oh, right.
Olympic sized. You can swim in that thing all. Is that what you wanted to hear? What do you want to hear?
We have a pool that's 4 cubic meters wide.
Say it loud. You're right.
We have a pool that's 14 cubic meters wide and 24 long.
heated to 86 degrees, open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. That's who this person is. That's how they process. Instead, we're like, oh, do we have a boy? It's so awesome. And he's like this. I wish she'd put her dad on the phone, kind of thing, okay? You've got to be able to customize your communication to the person you're talking to. Whether it's a peer, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, whether it's your kids, whether it's your professor, and certainly with your clients. You've got to be able to customize your presentation. Does it change you dramatically? No. It's a couple things you do differently. But you have to understand the science behind it, okay? So the science behind that person I just emulated, that 2.3 children guy, he's stable analytic. He resists change, and he makes decisions from where? Here or here? Where does he make decisions? Okay? You and I are intuitive. Yeah, let's do it. Why? It just feels like the right thing to do. Him, he's got research and data. Who's wrong? Nobody. We're all right. It's just how we process stuff. And if you understand who they are and how they process, they're going to like you more. And when they like you more, they're going to trust you more. And when they trust you more, they're going to do what you recommend. Make sense? I'm teaching this for years. My kids were little at the time. Preschool. And kids at that age are like puppies. They don't care if you come home at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. They're like, hey, Daddy's home. And I was gone every week for years. Sunday night, Friday night, building a company, okay? And they just thought that was normal. Like, they weren't like, well, I wonder where Dad is. No, Dad will be here in 3 days. This is great. Because that's what they grew up with, right? And I'll never forget the day, people always ask me, do you mind traveling? I said, you know, I'm ready to travel Sunday night because I love what I do. But by Thursday, I can't wait to go home and hug the 2 people I love in the world more than anybody, my 2 kids, okay? Which is probably why I'm divorced. There should have been 3 people, all right? So here it is with my kids. I love them to death. I can't wait to see them Friday. They come, oh, Daddy! Like 5 minutes later, my garment bag is out, and they're trying to rip my silk ties through the zipper, and this one's standing on my suits, and this one's pulling stuff out, and I look in my office, and there's a Coke can on my printer, and all of a sudden I do this. And they start fighting. Get it out! I'm not home 15 minutes, and I'm screaming at them. Get in your room! Stop fighting! Ugh. I go down to pick up the tie, and I shot up like a bullet, and I said, you hypocrite. You're teaching people all week long who you may never see again as long as you live how to communicate with people. Look what you just did to the 2 people you love more than anyone. I better go fix this. Ashley, she is 13 months older than her brother. Knock on her door. Open it. She's sitting at her desk. She's in her teacher phase. First you wanted to be a babysitter. Now she's in, I want to be a teacher. So she's at her desk working, doing papers and stuff, right? So she's got her back to me. I said, Ashley, what? Why did I yell at you? Because I was fighting? Exactly. When you fight, what happens? I get grounded? Exactly. Are you going to fight again? Yep.
Honesty.
She's what we call dominant driven. She stands up to people. And if she can run over you, she will not respect you. Okay? So as I'm headed out the door, she said it in so many words. She didn't say it like this, but what she meant was, hey, Pop, glad you're home to kick some ass, because Mom doesn't do that. That's who she is. Now it's Eric's turn. Eric's across the hallway. Open the door. There's no Eric. I didn't see him leave. Where is he? Sure enough, he's under the bed. Son, come out from under there. Son, look at me. He's the exact opposite of Ashley. Same parents, same DNA running through their veins, same rules, same house, same pet, same everything. How can they possibly be different? And it really does come down to DNA, okay? That's how they become different. Now, he caught up to her eventually, but girls are so much smarter than her, let me tell you. So, anyway, Eric, why did I yell at you? I don't know. So I have to get down on my hands and knees, and I gotta look him in the eye, and it's gotta be super soft. It's gotta be because you were fighting with your sister. Does that make sense? Yeah, kind of thing. So the approach is entirely different. And if you learn how to communicate at that kind of level, you're doing this with your loved ones, especially your kids. How cool is that, huh? in addition to your boss and your peers and everyone else you deal with, okay? You're customizing your presentation to the personality. Now, if you ever have the opportunity to stand in front of an audience like this, I can't change personalities based on the 4 characteristics. Hi, how's it going? Oh, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I can't do that. I'm like Sybil. Can't do that. So what I wind up doing is I wind up dealing with details, okay? Call them points. I deal with points. The points are step 1, step 2, step 3. And then I back it up with a story. People who are stable analytic, very calculating, like the points. Keep the stories. The stories wasted my time, but I love the points. You and I love the story because we like the passion behind it. So when I can do that, I'm appealing to all personalities in a group. But ideally, if you're one-on-one or one-on-two, you can customize your presentation. My daughter-in-law and my son own a bridal shop in Collierville called Maggie Louise. They are experts at doing this. The phone rings, they're charting your personality from the first get-go. And they're writing up a huge call report, and on there is, she's an ego expressive. So now when she walks in the store, we know exactly how to greet her, okay? But she comes with mom, she comes with sis, she comes with a couple of buddies. So now you're gonna be able to do the points for the head, stories for the heart. Then you're gonna find out who's paying this thing. Mom's paying, dad's paying, but mom's got the credit card. So now you're really focusing on her, and you're certainly focusing on the bride. You're doing all that. They have no idea that's happening. The client doesn't. They just think, man, you're good at this. And they are. If you ever want to see the best service in any business, any kind of business, go there. They're the best.